Hello, everybody, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we've got a fantastic match for you guys. It's Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando Tournament 2021 Winners Bracket Round 2 traiLZ versus Ellendar. Today on comms, we've got Krista Joy. Krista, you know way more about this game than I do, so take it away.
Hey, party people, how are you doing? It's me, the Mad Doctor, and I am so happy to be here to commentate on traiLZ. You know, the Mad Lad himself, and he is going up against Ellendar. So we are in for a battle. Now, let me tell you something. I actually, in the process of trying to get good for y'all, I'm coming through as quiet again. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. Um, hmm. Let's see what I can do about that. Or maybe we can ask Boss. Boss, would it be okay to make a slight adjustment? Chat is saying I'm somewhat quiet. But let me tell you guys, would you like to be on the inside of this seed? Because I know you do. Well, I can tell you this. This seed is going to be glorious. For those of you who have played Papers, Please, it is more glorious than Aristotica. You are going to see lots and lots of death because if this seed is exactly what I just picked up and got the notification on, woohoo! This looks like it is a one gem seed, but you only have one life to live in two heart containers. So let's say that this is going to be just pain on a steak, and we love every minute of it. And I don't know if the predictions are up, but if the predictions are up, this would be one thing to, oh man, bet heavy on. Because, traiLZ is super aggressive, and Ellendar is also aggressive when they play. So it's like, what are we going to see? Well, I'm hoping that, we can see someone get brave enough to go into Palace 5, so that way I can say that Guma gave him a mace to the face, or Palace number 6, where Barbara can barbecue him. And the best, part about having this one life to live, we are going to see so many. Oh, you see 2 hearts? Yeah, I see 2 hearts, but I only saw 1. Well, I guess that's 2 lives. But glove, wrath, and boots, yep, and no spells. So here's what we're hoping for. Let's hope that Palace 6 has what's needed to get the fairy spell. Imagine just having to, kind of go hopping all over. I know they can water walk, but that means jack a lot of nothing in GP, because boots don't work on lava. The only thing you're gonna do, oh, fairy was free in Saria. I'm not seeing, wait a second here. Do I need to refresh? Because I'm seeing nothing. Hold on, guys. My screen has traiLZ blank. Let me just kind of refresh everything. Woo. Okay, so unfortunately, guys, fairy is free, which kind of sucks, but, let's see if they do have anything else that will be able to help them out. Meanwhile, we have on Ellendar's side, Ellendar is just doing some overworld exploration as well. Pretty kind of cheap to level up. That's unfortunate. Yes, there is thunder, and we can always hope that Palace 5 or Palace 6 is needed to get it. So that way these guys can just experience as much pain as possible. Because we love pain and pain loves us. Now we are in Rauru. So Ellendar's headed to get his oh, come on, Era look-alike. You should be going as, I am Era instead of I know nothing. And looks like Rauru does have the jump spell. So there goes any hope of them, needing jump and it being hard to get. Clem, I love the way you think. Yes, 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 and yes. That is so much win right now. Clem mentioned in chat, Thunder is child block, which is hammer block, which is P5 block. That would be the dream. I think all of us would love to see all the fails. Let's also make Mito and Darunia, since you said child block, Darunia, we'll make Darunia so far out of the wazoo that, he's going to go through all of that for upstab. It's great. So, let's get our... And traiLZ did find the homie Bagu, and we have Ellendar picking up the magic key. So there goes any need of fairy or a key locked doors on Ellendar's side. Oh my, my, my. And we have a life container, a heart container on traiLZ's side, and a generous P bag of 300. So this is nothing like those, Dollar Tree P bags that we saw the other day during RCS's match. Okay, let's see. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Do we think it'll be any different? Oh, of course it's going to be different. Will it be as janky as the first one? Hopefully not. What we can do is hope against hope that we can figure out that Ganon that is just kind of hanging on by a wing and a thread, and we need to find out whose hand is that's kind of, giving that Ganon the royal choke down, so, and setting him free. We see it emitting green, which is courage, so I doubt it's going to be of any importance. On traiLZ's side, he did get a key, so that's good to know, guys, that keys are in the drop, only to get the magic key later, making that key absolutely useless. That is like literally having an electric car out in the desert. Useless. So let's see how our guys, we have Poopin on traiLZ's side, so he's just pooping along, hoping that this doesn't, leave him out of gas, literally. And on Ellendar's side, we have some more exploration. I think at this point, the excuse me, the survivability aspect and advantage does go to traiLZ right now, as he is 2-2-3, and I believe Ellendar is 1-1-2. So that is not a very pleasant situation to be in. And take a look at that. Rando does have Thunder. So that is trophy blocked. So there is still hope for you, Clem. Instead of it being child block, it's trophy block. So if we put the trophy in P4, yes, that's even better. We can go P4 behind Carrick, which means, guys, for those who are new, that they are going to need the reflect spell. But Oh, the medicine is in P4? Oh, that's real unfortunate. Sorry, guys. Just got the news. So we can all be in Feels Badman Town, residing at the fact that the pain might not be as severe as we'd like. On traiLZ's side, he is making short work of several of the enemies actually to get to the boss, which is Helmet Head. And even though, grant you, it's attack 2, but traiLZ was able to knock off the helmets, but that didn't do a lick of damage wholeheartedly. So it looks like if traiLZ is not careful, we might see a death on Helmet Head, which is something you don't see very often. So traiLZ, rather than having the embarrassment of dying to Helmet Head of all people in front of y'all, he decided to up A. So he's like, I gotta do it for my pride, you know? So Palace 2 is just not a fun experience at the moment, but you know what? It's fun for us because we love to see the pain. And mind you, Ellendar is going into P2 with only 2 heart containers and life 2. So that if you're talking about one gem, when it comes to me, even though I'm not the actual person that rolls it, for some reason, I'm always associated with BDC. So let's see if traiLZ can kind of redeem himself, or will Helmet Head of all people avenge Guma not making an appearance by, giving a fireball to the face. You have to tell Link, stop catching bombs and fire with your head and use your shield. But that does happen, and traiLZ did actually get the KO. So Helmet Head is pooping on traiLZ. Even worse for Ellendar. 1 hit for Ellendar equals death. Oh boy, this is going to be a great seed, guys. We are looking at death after death on Ellendar's side. Meanwhile, traiLZ is fighting for his life. It's literally 1 life to live, so he's going in and out, duck and dodge, so he can get the advantage over Helmet Head. And at the end, his perseverance prevailed. So that 1 gem has already been conquered on traiLZ's side. Whereas Ellendar kind of noped out, which was smart, because anytime 1 hit is literally felling you, that's never a good thing to be a part of. And now traiLZ is going through the arduous task of receiving a 500p bag. Which, I'm telling you, these P bags are generous, super generous. Because look at traiLZ already, 2, 3, 4. Meanwhile, Ellendar is just trying to coast with 1, 1, 2. And on Ellendar's side, he did get that 300 P bag, so that is going to bring him to attack 2, and that's desperately needed. Not that it helps, as everything takes a long time to hit. So these are some high HP enemies here. And the problem with these high HP enemies is that they hurt. They may have a lot of life, but you guys don't. And that's something that we absolutely appreciate. We have Ellendar, who was at one point, 500 P-bag was dropped by our Feraligator, which is coming in handy. He got that necessary life upgrade, and most importantly, the heal that goes with it. So Ellendar kind of up-A's out of there. Meanwhile, traiLZ is slow dancing in the dark with Joji, but he did manage to get out of the cave. And on traiLZ's side, let me get my notebook here with the palaces. Okay. Look like palace. Well, guys, can you tell me when he hit the well, that's 3 or 6 where he was just at now. That was P4, right? Thank you, Clem. And on Ellendar's side, I was appreciating the barrage that the disembodied bird heads were doing to Ellendar. And on this here, traiLZ, I'm trying to figure out what I guess he's doing some safe exploring by utilizing the water from, the blessing of the boots, which, I low-key would have loved to have had the boots in Palace 4, just to be mean, and nobody would be getting anywhere. And yeah, we have the trophy. So now, Rando is a thing. Yeah, the islands, and we have Darunia that's found, and Darunia has life, so it might be something traiLZ looks at. And we're in Old Kasuto. And oh, don't tell me, Reflect is free. Good grief. Alright, guys, so Old Kasuto, I did see Flecked, so it's Fleckton, and yeah, I know traiLZ doesn't usually bother with life, but we can all hope, especially in a pain seed like this. But the fact that, he would need to get the child, and who only knows where it is, and this being a 1-gem seed, you're not going to dip too many palaces if you don't have to. Right now what traiLZ is looking for is GP. That's it. And this is a really funky looking Death Mountain setup. It may not have been truly Death Mountain, but it sure did look like it. They've got upstab. I think what traiLZ is hoping to find is Mito, so he can get the right stab, which is down stab. Because everybody needs the pogo. And there's nothing better than pogo hopping, and traiLZ did kind of nope out of the Lizalfo stone visitor wall. And
how's it going?
hey, it's going pretty good.
I figured you'd like a little help.
Oh, sure. Hello. And you can introduce yourself to chat.
Hi, I'm Jopo. I occasionally commentate. I haven't done it in a while because of work, but I now work for... Sorry, I'll turn myself down.
Okay. Well, it's good to meet you. This will be my first time commentating with you, so...
Yes.
This has been an interesting seed, so traiLZ is probably looking for GP right now because it is a 1 gem seed and he's already gotten his. Let me forward that spell.
Is that better, chat?
Okay.
Zero Wing, is that better? Okay, let me readjust. Sorry, like I said, I haven't done this in a while.
No worries. Everybody, you know, we're just happy to have you along, and you get to enjoy the fun watching everyone kind of suffer through this seed, which is really high HP enemies that love to take our runners to Pound Town, and that's always a great feeling.
How about now? Is that good? Chat.
traiLZ, you might want to get that P bag. 300, you know, every little bit you can get is always a great thing.
Lower, okay. Discord is so finicky.
Yeah, Discord operates like Twitch. Janky. So no worries.
Alright, how about now?
See.
Way too loud. Okay.
Okay, and we have Ellendar taking a death. I'm just keeping quiet so that we can hear Jopo. No, absolutely. So on traiLZ's side, I was just lost. The reason why I was kind of just being a little bit more silent is just so Jopo can kind of get calibrated. But on traiLZ's side, he did receive the Thunder spell. So traiLZ, for all intensive purposes, is ready for GP if he can find GP. As he does have Thunder, the glove, upstab and downstab. So we are, and he has fairy. So any fairy block rooms, he is good to go on that. Thunder is costing 96. Well, he doesn't have the magic for it, but what could be done is just increasing magic at this point. And as the magic level does go up, the spell cost does go down. We can try to see if that has anything significant, you know, in cost reduction, but we probably won't see that until Magic 5 or Magic 6. On Ellendar's side, he did receive the Thunder spell as well, and it is the same issue. But on Ellendar's side, I do not believe he has 5 magic containers. So that is going to prove to be a bit rough for Ellendar at this point. At least traiLZ does have a little wiggle room to work with. So the lower magic cost will, and he has actually found new Katsudo. And I do believe traiLZ has the spell. So guys, buckle your seatbelts. Let's see if we're going to see an epic win or an epic fail at the spell get. I'm kind of hoping that we see the equivalent of the, you know, single arrow of LTTP, but I don't think these guys want to see that at all. So Ellendar did receive a magic container, and traiLZ, the spell actually was good for once. Woo-hoo. And how do you see this, Jopo? And on traiLZ's side, he did get the shield spell, which is going to come in handy considering the low heart container count going into GP. So shield is a must, and it's not all that expensive to cast. And since he does have 6 heart containers, he might just, you know, put a sword to the old woman's face and say, "Can I get your item?" And she says yes. So let's see what the old woman prize is, which is a pea bag, and a lousy one at that, at 150. So that is just awesome sausage. And you get a big toot of shame, which is a wah 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 wah. So guys,
How's that?
I am hearing you kind of low, but I think, yeah, it's really kind of low, or at least for me, and chat is now saying it's low as well. And
How about
Ellen,
now?
that sounds pretty deep. That sounds pretty good. And yeah, so what do you think about Ellendar's Ripperoof kind of clip show against Helmet Head? So he had to double dip this because Helmet Head was so bad that he kept dying. He only had the 2 heart containers, and I believe he was attack 2 going against him, and it was just a tanky kind of, you know, Helmet Head.
Well, I honestly am false because I have a hard time with Helmet Head and it's vanilla game and attack 5.
Really?
It's fully understandable with only 3 heart containers. It's 3 attacks. Have to do it. 'Cause
Yeah,
like,
and he... Oh, sorry.
yeah, like when I leave, I always build up my attacks in the vanilla game and then I have low life. Yeah, Helmet Head's no quick no the first thing. Thundering Ball.
Ah. He did manage to get revenge and survive Helmet Head's onslaught with just a sliver of life, but he did kind of died shortly afterwards. And it looks like chat is saying that Thunder has now dropped to 61 at Magic 4, which is great for traiLZ because that will give him the opportunity to cast shield as well. And you know, you may want all the help you can against the Thunderbird.
Alright, Zero Wing, I'm at max volume and I turn my sensitivity up just a little more. Is that good, Zero Wing?
Yeah, Clem, I think GP is on Maze Island as well because we've pretty much covered as much as possible at this point because the boots are allowing them to walk all over the place, you know, which is kind of broken, but and it also makes my favorite character in the game, the River Devil, you know, kind of worthless once again.
Well, in Randomizer, Literal Devil's always worthless, and being where he's at anyway, yeah. That cave, I haven't seen that cave, but I'm guessing it's pointless.
Yeah, he's just blocking a bridge to nothing special, especially when you have the boots. So all the River Devil is doing right now is looking like a cute little bow tie. And let's see. Okay,
lot of bridges.
Oh yeah, this is the island setup, and everyone's just rushing, hope against hope, to find GP. Ellendar is going to take a look at the water tile. Let's see what it gives us, which is a P
Nothing.
bag. Yeah, that's sort of unfortunate. You know, me personally, I try to take as much as I can, but you know, those P bags as the item itself have been so cheap, Joko. Woo! We're talking 150s. And
Yeah. And when you get the Great Palace, which I'm guessing what Ellendar is looking for, you're not really going to grind on enemies.
no, he's at attack 4, life 5, but you see how easy it is on minor enemies to die at life 5. And we did get our lava bath.
Yep, and unfortunately he's got Moa to death too.
I know. And he's not going in there anymore. That's for sure.
So now Maze Island is accessed by a cave.
Yep. And at the 29-minute on the dot mark, we do have traiLZ entering GP. All right, here is the best part of GP, guys. Anyone who knows me and has been around with my commentary, you already know when you go into GP, there's only one thing that you need to fear, and that's more than the bosses themselves, and that is the Chicken Squad. Woohoo! Oh, we've got gatekeeping chickens.
I think they can hear me alright now. They haven't said anything. Yeah, this is not a friendly GP. If this is just a touch of the hair, we're in for a very interesting treat.
And the lag is on here. Oh my god, we are back to AOL
Yeah.
56. Might as well get the static out and, you know, do the psh, psh kind of sound. Oh yeah.
That resembles Palace 4.
And that was an orange chicken to the face. And we love it. So traiLZ is going in. Take 2. Ooh.
This would be about the time I would probably forfeit the race, especially going to get someone like traiLZ.
Joko, I can always give you an easy match, and that, you know, the running gag is it's against me because I'll finish this like next week. So, you know, that's an insta win for anybody that goes up. You know, they get the easy battle and call it a day. And traiLZ is up and A dying. Oh, GP is going to be fun.
Honestly, if I was in these racers' situation, I'd be tempted to go around looking for heart containers.
And yeah, and I know Ellendar is not thinking that. He's like, I need to get to GP as soon as possible. I am going against traiLZ. This is someone who, you know, like Chroma, can, you know, dole out pain to Thunderbird on low attack levels. And the only problem is just trying to make it out of this room. That chicken room, first chicken room, is just the brutal chicken room.
Yeah, and also Ellendar's having trouble with the K because the game just loves throwing invisible Moas at you when you do not have that crawl.
Oh yeah, you have got to love the cross. It is worthless until the one possible time, and let's see, and that is a rarity to say that the cross is useful, but I think Ellendar would like to see where and the enemies are that are killing him, so might give him some advantage.
Well, Ellendar just found out he wasted a bunch of time going through a cave that was not GP. Better that he do it then instead of dying to those moas and then having to redo it.
Oh, absolutely, because that would just be a heartbreak.
Well, this
Good point,
GP
Tim.
seems pretty linear so far. We just got a glitch with his spell with a block.
Oh, yeah. Glitches are always fun, you know. We can say that it just makes the level have personality to it.
Well, this GP is not the one saving grace, and it's not much of a saving grace, as it's very linear so far.
Oh boy. This is just so painful. Oh, and that's what makes it so delectable.
Yes, everyone in chat's loving the pain that everyone's going through.
Yeah, you know, it's the more pain that they go through, you know. I think traiLZ did try to cast the thunder spell, and those chickens were like, my dude, not even. I mean, it did not put a dent in them.
Well, it took out the orange chicken, and it put the other two chickens in position where they were less harmful. They weren't completely harmless.
No, I don't think traiLZ has another life, and he's so close to leveling up.
By the way, on Ellendar's side, he's finally found GP.
Yes, he finally found Maze Island, and at 34:59, well, now 35, he is entering GP, so...
Well, he's 6 minutes behind, but technically he's only like a few minutes behind.
Exactly, because, you know,
or a few
everyone's
seconds,
dying so much.
I should say a few seconds, because now, hey, this is a linear.
Yes, Clem, they are dead even, and, you know, the only wild card factor this GP is going to be now is execution. It's execution, a little bit of luck, you know, but it's going to come down to more execution and being able to survive these rooms. So this is where your pogo stick is going to come in really handy.
Well, also, too, Krim just brought up a good point, magic.
Oh, that advantage is traiLZ, 100%.
Ellendar has just enough at full magic to cast Thunder, and then if he uses his magic and then happens to stumble on Thunderbird, he's going to have to die or game over or farm for magic.
Yeah, and see, that's going to be problematic if he does game over when he needs to do a tactical death. And because from a survivability standpoint, this GP is just mean. We're not even talking like high school bully mean. I'm talking about that kind of mean that transcends through the ages. So it's going to be, can I get back to that same spot and keep my magic and the life, you know, because they don't have many lives to work with. So they're really afforded only one tactical death unless they find some one-ups.
Yeah. Have we seen enemies spawn one-ups, spoil one-ups?
I do believe it's in the maybe larger item pool, but the runners can hope that they luck out and just get a one-up.
Well, bosses dropping one up is not going to be very helpful.
I thought I saw. So that was the only one up. It wasn't. And Ellendar is just reviving Ganon all over the place. So we could always say, "You dare bring light into my lair? Now you
Alright,
must die."
it looks like Ellendar is taking my advice and looking for, hopefully maybe a heart container on Maze Island.
That would be the biggest Hail Mary, but that's all Ellendar has at this point.
Oh, and we found Thunderbird, but that, you know what that means? That we've got a long branching path to Link.
Yeah. Ooh, that is so unfortunate.
And Helendor does find a heart container.
That is a Hail Mary. Woo! I know he will be making extra donations to the Hylian goddesses. Yep. Ellendar's going to visit, he's going to pop open Ocarina of Time, go to the Temple of Time, instead of just dropping off the three gems. Nah, he's going to go ahead and, drop off a buck ton of rupees there, because that is a lucky find. Even though it's not doing him a lick of help in this room against my chicken squad, it's good to have that one extra heart container.
traiLZ is doing really good with the Thunderbird right now. He hasn't taken a hit and he's down to 1 life. And he killed Thunderbird.
Oh yeah. When it comes down to traiLZ, traiLZ and execution benchmark usually go hand in hand. That was a simply flawless Thunderbird, and you gotta appreciate how he did it,
But now here comes the search for Dark Link, because like I said, we have yet to see multiple paths.
Nope. Not at all. And Ellendar will not be happy when he sees that he will be going against Le Thunder Chicken as well. But I think Ellendar is just trying to survive this first room with our gatekeeping chicken squad. I think they're, making up. We had the seed with RCS and Alan, and that was just a very speedy GP, and it was more or less, I think they're trying to get their pride back because they were so weak in that seed. So to see them in action now, they're doing us proud.
Now we have branching path galore. We have a drop, we have a left.
Let's see, so traiLZ opted to go down.
This room can link itself into each other. Nope, it didn't. And also drops can take you backwards, can't they?
They sure as heck can.
Oh, they found out Dark Link. It looks like this is GG.
All right, everybody, let the games begin. The major factor will come down to Jake Hooper. I think even if traiLZ, even if traiLZ knows I have no life, he's gonna crowd stab. That's the one thing that Dark Link has, is really bad heels and shins. So that's his weak point. So everybody get your GGs out for traiLZ, showing us why he is a boss at 42.29, taking down that miserable GP. Hopefully we'll be able to get him in chat so we can hear his his take on it.
And I believe Ellendar has forfeited and with good reason and probably glad to end it.
Yeah.
I think he was just waiting for it.
So in the waiting room, we do have Ellendar. I wonder if traiLZ will be giving us an interview as well.
We'll find out.
Yes, yes, indeed. So, in the meantime, let's get your input on the seed, Jopo. That way we can fill the time.
Very cruel seed indeed. Low life, chicken field, great palate. In this situation, requiring one gem was kind of, mean. I would have preferred if I was racing, it would require like at least 4. That way I could find heart containers on the way instead of being like kind of forced into going into GP just to try to beat my runner.
Gotcha. Yeah, my chicken squad did me proud. I'm over here crying like a mother whose, child just graduated college. Oh man, I'm so proud of them. They doled out so much pain to everybody. So, the real winners aside from traiLZ is our chicken crew. Yes, GG to the chicken crew. I love it. You guys are awesome. You get me on an existential level.
And I do apologize with my mic thing. I did have my mic calibrated, I thought, because I've been in other streams and other voice chats, and I thought it was fine, but
No, appreciate you joining us. We know that Discord has more problems than Twitch and YouTube. So, when it comes to tech stuff, never apologize. We know technology as it advances, it goes backwards at the same time. And I know Ellendar's still waiting in the waiting room.
yeah, remember, have you seen the movie Spaceballs? Remember when Dark Helmet says, nothing even works in the future when the out of order destruct button?
I know, right? This chat knows me well. GG Ellendar, how are you doing, my friend?
Hello, Ellendar. How do you think of that GP?
I mean, it was fine. I sort of came into the seed under the expectation that things were gonna have to go my way to beat traiLZ, and this was not one of them.
Yeah, it was a tough seed. I could agree, especially only requiring 1 gem. Let me ask you this. My input was I'd rather have like 4 or 5 gems so you could get more heart containers. Wouldn't you agree that would help you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely, the lower the gem count, the harder the seed is.
Yeah.
Like, mistakes are more punishing, and you're going in with lower resources to 7. So, yeah, these, what was this? 2, I think it was like 2 hearts, 1 crystal. Like, I would say like half the seeds I've rolled recently, something like that. So I've got a lot of practice on them. I don't like them.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. 2 heart containers, 1 gem required.
Yeah, I mean, I had some unfortunate luck in finding 7 that late, and some unfortunate combat issues against Helmet Head.
Well,
but
you were actually a free
being
room
the way it was, I
ahead
don't think I was ever going to
of
win.
traiLZ, because traiLZ entered 6 minutes before you did, but the way GP was, there were times you were in the room ahead of him, vice versa.
How long was that GP? Because I didn't get very far into it at all.
Well, the Thunderbird was actually a one-way path. It was very linear. It was after the Thunderbird there was branching paths, but I think you had to take a drop down Go to the left and then go up, and you found Dark Link.
All right. I mean, that was I maybe only got 4 or 5 rooms into 7 and died to that bird knight in a drop down that I really have no good idea of how to beat.
Oh yeah, the chickens were very spicy in GP, and I know I felt your pain with that helmet head, like especially when you had to double dip it. And if that was one of the bosses, oh, traiLZ said that he is in the waiting room. Boss, is it possible to bring traiLZ in as well? Congratulations, oh great DJ. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me what happened.
Well, it basically trails this seed. What do you think about this seed? Let me get your feedback and then we'll tell you all the funny stuff that happened.
I mean, Great Palace is a little tough, but any seed that's got 2 lives is a pretty bad seed.
And would
With
you
2 life, game over.
Oh heck yeah. Would you like to get a little heads up? There was a heart container, but not on Maze Island.
I wasn't worried about that.
And we
I was
kind of
just
figured.
I was just trying to win.
Oh, that you did. That Thunderbird, everyone was just amazed by how flawless it was, especially at that low attack.
Oh yeah, first try. I was like, oh man, when I saw Thunderbird, I was like, man, no wonder he hasn't shit. It took me a really long time to find Maze Island. I don't know if you found it much quicker than me. I imagine so.
It was the last cave on the east I found, and I checked Death Valley first too.
Oh yeah, so did I. Yeah, I checked all the west, and then I went to the east, and then I was actually heading to Death Mountain because I figured, hey, it might be in Death Mountain somewhere, and I happened to stumble into it. Thank God, because otherwise, I'd be in Death Mountain right now, looking around.
With the resources that were available and the difficulty of that 7, I think I was very, very like. I mean, from what they were saying, you had gotten to 7, before me. I had a little bit of execution issue, a little bit of bad luck, but even then, like that first room and then the blue bird knight and the drop down, and I only got 5 or 6 rooms in and died like 3 or 4 where you finished to put me out of my misery.
Did you see Thunderbird?
No, from what I could tell, it was probably pretty close. Yeah.
Thunderbird was probably the very next room.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, Thunderbird's not my concern. My concern is the random trash enemies in waffle rooms.
Yeah, you walk in and then you have a bird knight just whap you right in the face. There's not really too much that you can do about it. There was a bunch of really nasty rooms. I probably game over 3 or 4 times in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds.
I remember one time I took a death right away out up in aid because and I wasn't sure if Thunderbird. Did you have Thunder spell?
I did have Thunder. Yeah.
Yeah, I went in there. I went around and found Thunder. Went in there. Because I'd like to be prepared. And then when I realized that Thunder wasn't on the east, I thought it was in Pseudo. And I realized that, oh shoot, it must be on the west somewhere. But I knew Fire Spell was in Mido, so it had to be in Rudo. So I had just found the trophy not long before that. So
I had found Rudo early, like right before I got to the raft tile, so I had gotten the spell hint already. And I figured, well, if I've got the spell hint and it's this close to the route, I might as well go and pick it up on the east. And I was still looking for GP at that point too, so.
Well, not just that. When I first got Thunder, it was 96 magic points to cast, and I only had 80. So I had to go running around looking for another magic container, and I found one in New Kasuto in the spell tower. And then the next magic level, because we were getting 300-point P-bag drops pretty frequently.
Yeah, they were in the pool. I got a number early, and then they sort of dried up.
Well, they I think at magic level 4 or magic level 5, it dropped down to 61.
Yeah, I was at 4, 4, or 5, and it was 61.
So I was able, like, my strat in the first room was walk in, hit it immediately with thunder to get rid of that orange bird and reduce some of the lag, and give energy or give damage to some of the enemies right there, the spicy chicken and the blue bird knight inside the waffle, and then just take them out and then cast jump and then go around them. And then after that, it was like every room I just cast shield and pray that I would get good bird RNG, because there was immediately the next room. Actually, the next room was like a rope, a Mew, and a bot. And then the following room right after was friggin' a bird knight right to the face in a paperclip room.
Yeah.
Around that.
I didn't end up finding shield. I think it was it in Old Kasuto? Because I had found Old Kasuto and then died right away, and I'm like, well, I'm not going back.
Reflect was in Old Kasuto. New Kasuto had shield.
Ah, okay.
And I went in there and I was like, screw it, I'll get it.
That for sure would have helped, because there was no way I was getting life.
Yeah, I think where was that in Darunia?
Yeah, and it was in Darunia, and it was in 6, and I wasn't. No way way on earth I was going there just to get life. That's not happening.
I game over to Helmet Head. I mean, you probably went into Palace 1? I went into Palace 2 immediately.
I also gave over to Helmet Head. It wasn't that. Yeah, I gave over to Helmet Head, finished up my exploration, and then just went back and did it with more. Because when I first went in there, I was like 1, 1, 2 or something like that, and I'm like, well, I'll dip it early and kill some stuff for XP.
Yeah, it was definitely a good couple rooms with some Iron Knuckles and some good XP early on.
Yeah.
But you have to take that fight really slow, and I didn't. I just kind of went head first.
Yep, that was also my experience.
I was down to life when I first went in there, so I went back. I took another death on the second life, and then I had to really be. I mean, I played a little aggressive at the very beginning, but then I think I got hit. It was 2-hit KO, so I had to I think I got hit once, and then I took it really easy. If you hit his body or you hit the fireball that comes out of his face, then it hurts really badly. But if you get hit by one of the floating helmets, it's not that bad.
Yeah, sounds like we had a very similar experience at Helmet Head.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was happy to get that in. It took me forever to find GP and all that. But these seeds always give me really bad anxiety and get my nerves going pretty badly, because for all I know, you fell right into GP, and Dark Link was 3 rooms in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've definitely had those 20-minute seeds where it's just like, well, that's over.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. And I don't know. Yeah, like a lot of the time there'll be a seed, max rando race, and then someone finds. A lot of the time it's whoever made it in the GP first, because it's free. Thunderbird's not even required, and you might have a few hearts, but you'll have like 4 lives, so it's like going through GP is so easy. But when you only have 2 lives and you're trying to do one of these seeds, it is the worst, especially a GP like the one we just did with the birds everywhere and one-shot KO basically, and I don't know, it was just a rough all-around seed. They said I found GP first.
Yeah, you did 6 minutes before Ellendar.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I was honestly debating on leaving because it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
I thought about it and figured I'd at least grab. I knew I had a hint for one of the items on Maze Island, and I'm like, well,
Yeah,
I'll
I
at
brought
least
that
see what
up,
the other
but
one is. And then it was a heart, and I'm like, well, I'll go back in. I'm not going to go grind anymore.
I brought that up being that it was a 1 gem seed that you're more likely to have a hard time because you're gonna rush into GP and you're under equipped.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, but you have to, like, especially, facing someone like traiLZ where you know he's going to be fast. Like, if you play it safe, you're just going to lose, so you got to go for it.
Yeah, understandable.
yeah. I mean, I was going fast, but I wanted to make sure I at least had thunder. And thank God I did. I mean, if I wouldn't have, I would be leaving to go get thunder right now. If I just went into GP without thunder, I'd find Thunderbird. And it wasn't like you had a couple different paths. It was direct path right into thunder. So there was really nothing you could do about it except for fight Thunderbird. So, and a lot of the time seeds like these they seem really tough on face value, but as soon as you get around Thunderbird, it's usually GG at that point. Just Dark Link a couple rooms in. So I don't know. Anyways, guys, GG's to you, Ellendar, and thank you so much for the restream view, guys. I'm gonna go try to calm down. Maybe drink a glass of ice water.
GG and good luck against RCS.
Yes,
Alright,
GG's.
Oh, RCS is my next opponent.
Yep,
Yes.
have fun.
Okay, yeah, I will. I like racing RCS.
It'll be a good one, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, two veterans. It's always fun to see. Yeah, we're probably gonna get a huge battle out of the two of you. Hopefully, it won't be so speedy like this one, so that way all anxieties can be washed off.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite is like 1 heart, 2 lives, and like 6 gems.
well,
So
at
we
least
play
you
the
have
game.
yeah, at least you have way to accumulate heart containers and stuff by the time you get to GP.
Or I mean, like we just play the game and like maybe Thunderbird's required, but it's like actually like a race. It's not like, oh, this person found GP first. I guess he's the winner. Like those races are not really that good, but that happens a lot these days. Basically, whoever's the first guy in there is the winner
Yeah.
most of the time.
Well, imagine if Thunderbird was like just a few rooms in instead of like what it was like 7, 8 rooms. Then it would have been a long, winding path to Dark Link.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that I would have liked that because when Thunderbird got killed, he dropped a 1. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So that worked out
that's
well.
true.
So I don't know. When I died in that room just before Dark Link, um, I forgot that Thunderbird dropped me a 1 up, and I thought I game overed. I was like, well, I guess I got to do all that all over again. And those are the worst when you're in a race and you know, someone you game over after Thunderbird. It's like, well, I guess I just lost the race then. But I don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. I guess I'll catch you guys next week with my race with RCS.
Yes, we can't wait to see it, and I know that you'll probably be spinning some great music for us later, if you're not resting. So that's always
Yeah,
fun
I mean,
joy.
my only problem is the my roommates. I've got a loud. I don't know if you can see or if you saw through my cam, but I've got like a massive PA speaker that's 1,000 watts. So when I turn it on, it shakes the whole apartment. So
Oh
Oh,
my
goodness,
my thing is I don't wanna like disturb my neighbors. So
understood. You're gonna save the ferocity until you battle RCS. So
yeah, I'm gonna spin probably just not tonight. I got a pile of new music. So
awesome, awesome.
mm,
These guys in chat, our wonderful runners, gave us one heck of a show. And if you can, please follow their channel. That would be greatly appreciated. I am also going to give GGs to Ellendar as well. Ellendar, I think you'll be in the other brackets. I don't know who your opponent is yet, but
I don't know. Be a good race regardless.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what you love to hear. GG's again, Ellendar. I know Trails left, but GG's to Trails. Thank you for calming, Krista, Jopo. Thank you for tracking Royale with Cheese. Yeah, thank you everybody for a great race. Super fun to hang out with y'all. Let's see. So going on right now, actually, we've got a Link to the Past Energy Tournament 2021 match. That's losers bracket round 2, Brewers fan JP versus Kelpsy. We're going to go ahead and raid them. But tomorrow we've got 2 more NMG matches at 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern, and then a Twilight Princess Any Percent tournament match at 11:30 Eastern. So let's go ahead and let's raid Zelda Speedruns 2, where the NMG match is going on. And yeah, GG's again. Thank you, everybody, and have a great night.
Have a good night.
Everybody.